Hey everybody, this is Ryan from LostReviews.com, and once again, this is Blu Monday. First up on Blu Monday, we have the Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis film Due Date. This film got bad reviews actually by us on Lost Reviews and pretty much every critic out there. But guess what? On Blu-ray, I enjoyed it. I don't know if my hopes and dreams for this film were completely and totally diminished, but I thought it was really funny. There's a great scene in here where Robert Downey Jr. and Zach are getting high together in a SUV, and it's completely and totally hilarious. There's a lot of other funny parts in here. I love it. Robert Downey Jr. gets a chance to punch a kid, something that I wish I could do all the time. The special features are a little bit lacking. I would like to have seen some interviews with Zach and Robert to see more of their chemistry, but the bloopers on this are shockingly good. Usually on these films you get the cut scenes and the bloopers and they're just kind of throwaway special features, but on this they're really, really good, and you can tell that Zach and Robert had a great chemistry together. Other than the gag reel and some mash-ups of just basically cutting the movie together really, really fast, there's not much else for special features on here. If there was, I would have given this a buy it, but the fact that there isn't very many special features and I would have liked to know more about the making of the film, I'm going to give Due Date a rent it. Next up on Blu Monday, we have the Tony Scott film Unstoppable, starring Denzel Washington and Chris Pine. Also, Rosario Dawson is in this movie. This is another movie that got a bad review from us, but not quite as bad reviews from critics around. I think it's got like a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes. I enjoyed the film basically because it's one of those movies that is just stupid fun. Kind of like Due Date was too, so pretty much the whole theme of this week's Blu Monday. Unstoppable follows a train that is running off the track, nobody's driving it, and Denzel Washington must save the day. Chris Pine joins him as they race to chase down this train and also not die in the process and save a town of thousands. There's really not much else to this movie. It's fun, it's loud, and what more do you want out of a Blu-ray, really? It's a movie that you can have a couple drinks to, have a few friends over, really don't need to care about the plot. Pretty much the way Tony Scott movies are going. I don't know if he has a kick for trains because he also did Pelham 123, and he's doing the same thing in here. We have the rotary shots all the time, the quick zooms to create tension. The sound on here, it will shake your house. Just like any Blu-ray of this kind of quality film will. There is one really, really cool special feature. Well, there is a ton of special features on Unstoppable. There's one that I especially like where Tony Scott goes back with Mark Bomback and they read through the script together. And they do this kind of like a commentary, but you're watching the movie as pre-shot the movie. They're deciding what changes they want to make to the script, what kind of stuff that they want to do because of all the research that they did. Something else that Tony Scott did in this that they have a ton of special features about is there is limited green screen special effects here. He wanted to do everything real, and I think it really pays off. I'm an old school movie freak that enjoys the realism over CGI because I think most of the time you can tell if it's CGI. But in Unstoppable it looks really great, the sound is amazing, the special features are fun, so I'm going to give Unstoppable shockingly a buy it. Next up on Blu Monday, I'm just going to give you a little quick pick that kind of goes along with the theme of crazy shit that you should own on Blu-ray just for fun, and Twister is that movie. If you own this on DVD, it's definitely worth the upgrade to Blu-ray because the sound. This movie, you buy it for the sound, you watch it for the sound. You don't watch it for the story, you don't watch it for the video, anything. You can just basically turn this on and have the soundtrack rock your house and you will be excited. So right now, Twister is really cheap at Best Buy and other places. You can find it on Amazon, so I would suggest picking it up. It's definitely better than what you have on DVD, and it is one of my favorite home movies. So that is it for this week's Blu Monday. I hope to see you next week,